Yeah, cracks in the European Union. Again, this is one of these not a matter of if, it's a matter of when type of situations. I often make fun of Europe and their attempts to go after American businesses and technology companies, whatever it may be, because they're just, quite frankly, they really don't do much over there when it comes to innovation. I keep I keep thinking of Europe as the European Union as a whole. It's kind of like that Seinfeld bit with Kroger Industrial Smoothing that George used to work for. They couldn't get anything right, and that's pretty much the case. The cracks are really starting to show. Now you have the technocrats there in Brussels that running everything, running the show, and countries have been pushing back. But he likes to, oh, that terrible Viktor Orban over in Hungary. Terrible. Well, why is he terrible? Because he likes their country. He likes the way their country is run. He likes their civilization, and he doesn't feel like he should have to assimilate an entirely different civilization in. He said, fine, hey, if you other European countries you want to do that, that's all well and good. But why are you forcing us to do that? And other countries have pushed back. Poland, Italy, many others as well. It was interesting to see yesterday, and again, didn't get much news here in the United States. Germany closed their borders. Didn't close them, but now is having passport checks at their borders. Now, that's been a long time. Been a long time since that was instituted. I remember, back in the 90s. I mean, you'd go from country, in the train, country to country to country. You'd go to a different country. They'd check your passport. That went away. But they're so tired now of the problems they have with immigration, and they've had major changes when it comes to their elections. People are pushing back that they don't want this anymore. Everything that they've done for the past, you got to go almost the past few decades has been a disaster. Outside of certain countries, in particular, some of the Mediterranean countries that have most certainly changed the way that they voted and been voting more to the right. Italy, Greece, doing much, much better than they were before. But it's interesting. You've got the former president of the ECB, Mario Draghi, put out a report basically calling on the European Union to invest as much as about $900 billion a year to make the bloc more competitive with China and the United States. And again, some of the things he talks about, climate change and whatnot, ain't gonna work, Mario. Not gonna work. You might want to change the way you do business over there. Might want to change. It was interesting. Elon Musk put it out. He's like, he saw Mario's report about how uncompetitive are. He's like, yeah, they're right. They said in Europe, everything is illegal. Everything is illegal before you have to try to make it legal. And they have, again, major issues, and just dropping money over the country ain't going to work. Germany saw Mario's report and they said, no, we're not doing this. But we're not going to participate in this. Basically, they want to issue bonds, European Union bonds, where everybody's going to be responsible, supposedly. And Germany's like, no, that's not going to happen. He also talked about, upping their military as well. Because again, let's be honest, we do that for them. That's basically our job. It is what it is. Again, it's going to take more than just spending money. And that's where they always start out. Isn't it always interesting, these technocrats? Oh, we got to borrow more money. We got to spend more money. It's not about that. It's about getting out of the way. It's the same way it's here in the United States. Make it easier to build and create. And guess what? It'll happen. People will come. People will see the opportunity. I remember, seeing that certain countries have actually gotten it, and they're doing pretty well with the golden visa program and attracting people to move there and set up shop and own businesses there. That's all you need to do. Get out of the way. But they can't. They can't. They're so hell-bent in their belief system in regards to their social justice and their green nonsense out there. How do you have a major manufacturing economy like Germany and say, hey, you know what? We're going to make our energy prices go through the roof. You can't compete. You cannot compete. Angela Merkel, what a disaster. So, is Europe showing cracks right now? Yeah, they are. They are. I don't know how they're going to go about pulling it back together. But, certain countries are throwing their arms up in the air and say, we're not going to do this anymore. We shall see. WatchDog on WallStreet.com.